Mr. President, it wasn't enough for Democrats like Stacey Abrams and President Biden to lie about the new Georgia voting law. Now, today, Chuck Schumer is sending his lawyers to swarm Montana courtrooms, and he is taken to the Senate floor with more distortion. This time, it's about Montana's new voting laws. I have a message for Leader Schumer and the Democrats who are trying to distort the facts and the will of Montana voters. Please get your facts straight. In Montana, we're putting in place some common sense reforms that enjoy the strong support of Montanans. Why is the leader so determined to strike down common sense efforts to provide integrity and transparency to our elections? Let's talk about voter ID. A majority of Americans support needing a photo ID to cast a ballot. According to the Honest Elections Project, 77% of Americans support needing a photo ID to vote. 77%. Why? Because it's common sense. And because you need a photo ID to do many tasks, some quite mundane. You need a photo ID to get a hunting or fishing license. You need a photo ID to rent a hotel room, to drive a car, to rent a car, to get on an airplane, to pick up tickets at will call. If these simple tasks require a valid ID, shouldn't protecting the integrity of America's election process require at least the same? This isn't the first time Leader Schumer and the Democrats have tried to stick their nose into Montana's business and try to overturn the will of Montana voters. In fact, this past election, dark money groups backed by Chuck Schumer pushed to loosen election standards such as ballot harvesting in Montana, and they won. This is despite the fact that nearly 2/3 of Montana voters passed a law to prohibit ballot harvesting. Now, how is this listening to Montanans? It's not. Mr. President, Montanans want election integrity. They want to trust their elections. And yet Leader Schumer continues to undermine their direct appeal to put common sense practices in place. In Montana, we want everyone legally allowed to vote to be able to. And we want there to be zero doubt that those votes should count. All Montanans, Republicans, Democrats, independents, libertarians should have faith in our elections. Montana's legislature, the Montana Secretary of State Christy Jacobson, and Montana Governor Greg Gianforte wanted to strengthen this trust, and that's what they did with these common sense bills. The distortion by Democrats in this country is eroding this trust. This must stop. I yield back my time.